Hello there, this is Killian from the DBT Center of Lawrence, and today I would like to go over the forgiveness script in Chapter 29 of the Radically Open DBT Manual. For today's forgiveness script, it's helpful to think about a past hurt or injury, one that you feel like you want to grieve, one where you feel like you want to work on forgiveness, maybe toward yourself or someone else. And in order to work on our grief, it's helpful to think about maybe an expectation that wasn't met, one that was injured by this particular hurt. There are many expectations that we often need to grieve. Some examples can include an expectation for a parent to be loving and caring, that people will work as hard as you do, that you will always be kind and considerate, that other people will be kind and considerate or play fair, that people would treat you with respect. Many different expectations can come up when it comes to past injuries. For today's practice, think about a past hurt and think about the expectations behind it. As we go through this forgiveness script, I will take a pause for you to insert the unmet expectation to grieve. Let's get started. Sit in a comfortable yet alert position and take a breath with awareness in order to center yourself to the moment. And bring into your awareness the memory of the past grievance or injury that you've chosen and the loss that you need to grieve. I recognize that to forgive and reclaim my life, I must first grieve my loss of expectations or beliefs about the world, myself, or other people. For today's practice, I need to grieve the loss of my expectations that, insert your expectation here. By grieving this loss, I am learning to recognize that I cannot avoid the pain of this past injury. It's not something that I can ignore, deny, or pretend never happened, as this only creates more suffering. My sadness helps me recognize that the world is not always as I expect it to be. And by allowing myself to experience the sadness of my loss without getting down on myself, falling apart, or blaming others, I take the first step toward forgiveness and genuine healing. I recognize that forgiveness is freely chosen. And so, with full awareness, I freely chose to forgive. Let's turn your mind to the area in your life that's needing forgiveness. Take a slow, deep breath. Raise your eyebrows. Close mouth smile. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I recognize that this brief practice of forgiveness means taking care of myself. And by repeating this practice frequently, I am freeing myself from useless anger, resentment, or rumination, and I'm reclaiming my life by taking a step toward living more fully in the present. That concludes today's practice. It might help to repeat this script a couple of times and maybe check back in on it throughout your week as a part of your self-inquiry practice until you feel like you are ready to move forward and forgive.